Hello and welcome to Baking on a Budget. Now, this time I've got a very simple recipe. This is Welsh cakes. Very simple recipe to put together and always absolutely delicious. We have everything we need to make the Welsh cakes over here, and I'm going to run through the ingredients, tell you how much of everything we have and how much all of this has cost. To begin with, we have 225 grams of self-raising flour, which cost me 12 pence. We've got 50 grams of butter at about 39 pence. We've got 50 grams of lard at 10 pence. We've got 20 grams of sugar at about 4 pence. We got 30 grams of sultanas at 7 pence. We got 1 tablespoon of milk at about a penny. And we got 1 egg at 14 pence. Now, if we add all of that together, it comes out at 87 pence for the whole recipe. I think we're going to get about a dozen of these. We're going to get about 12 Welsh cakes from this recipe, making each one 7 pence each. Now, unusually, I'm going to use this old food processor. It's a family heirloom, this one, and it sits in the cupboard, and every now and again I remember it's there and get it out. So what we're getting into the bowl there is the flour, the butter and the lard, and what we want to do is just mix these together or crumb them together with a food processor, which will only take a minute or two. You could do this with the hands, just rub them together. But since I have this in the cupboard, might as well use it. Right, that was in real time, and that there is perfect. As I say, a very simple recipe. So we want to get that mixture into the bowl. To that, we're going to add the sugar. And to that, we're going to add the sultanas. Now, we just want to bring all that together with a spoon. Looking good. Okay. Now, into the cup, I'm going to crack the egg. And I'm going to add to that 1 tablespoon of this milk. Whoops, a little bit much, but that'll be okay. Right, now I'm going to whisk all that together. Splashing it all over the place here. Jolly good, and we simply add that to the rest of the mix, and I'll start to bring that together with the spoon. If it needs a little bit more moisture, I'll just put a little bit more milk in there, but we want this to be fairly dry, fairly crumbly sort of dough for this, so, or pastry, whatever it may be called. So we want to get that together. That's coming together nicely like that. And at this point, I'm going to get my hands in and just see how that's feeling. That's not too bad. Might want a little bit more milk in there. We'll just see how that moisture distributes as we sort of knead it in the bowl. It is coming together, but it does feel a little dry to me still. So, not to worry. What we'll do is, we have our milk still to hand. And what I'll do is just a half teaspoon of that, and we'll see how that works. Right, so that whole bowl of dough will come together now. Just make sure we get everything up off the sides of the bowl, and we can turn this out onto the board. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll just put a little bit of flour on the board, don't want too much. And I'm going to just make this into a round, press it down. This will probably gather a few cracks and stuff like that, but that's absolutely nothing to worry about. A little bit of flour on top, and then we're going to roll this out. Now, we want to roll this out fairly thin. We want to get it to about ½ centimetre, which would be just over 1/4 inch. A couple of more times over with the rolling pin, and we'll be there. Now, we have a small cutter, and we just want to cut them out. And you see how thin they are? That's what we want. Might have been a little bit ambitious saying we'd get a dozen of these, but we'll see. And the idea is just to keep going until we've got this whole piece used up, then we can bring it back together and we'll get some more. Okay, that is indeed 12. So we did get a dozen out of them. This is very good. Now we're going to do these in a pan. I'm going to cook them, if you will, over in a dry frying pan over on the hob. So let's get that set up. Okay, so at the hob we have a dry pan over a sort of fairly high heat. That pan's nice and hot at this point, and what we're going to do is just pop these in and let them cook through. Now, we want to do probably about 3 minutes on either side. We just want them to brown up nicely and, as I say, cook through. So I'm just going to leave that for a few minutes, then we'll flip them and we'll see what we get. Okay, now if you see this, these are browned up very nicely, looking really good. So I just want to flip them over at this point. There they go. Now I may have my gas a little high, I'll just turn that down a touch. And another few minutes later, let's flip that. That's looking good. Now, as you can see, they have risen a bit. They've risen a little bit, but not much. And that's what we want. So these are coming out onto the rack, just to let them cool a little. And we'll get the next batch in. Now there's many ways you can serve these. I think what I'll do is I'm going to have a little bit of jam and cream. Just butter on would be very nice. Sprinkling of sugar on top, absolutely delicious. Right, so we'll let this next batch do, and then we'll come back when they're all done. Okay, fresh out of the pan, Welsh cakes. And these, as you see, I'm serving with a little bit of raspberry jam and some double cream. They're going to be absolutely delicious. I'm going to tear into one, and I'm going to scoop up some of that beautiful jam. Right, a little bit of that cream on there. Look at this. Yeah, that's marvellous. But they are so crumbly, they're just falling to pieces. What I'm going to have to do is scoop the jam up and put it on, and also some of the cream. What a marvellous thing. Very similar actually to a traditional northeast England recipe. Singing hinnies. A singing hinny was a scone done in a very similar way, griddled on a pan, and they sometimes give off a little whistle when they're actually being cooked, and thus they got the name of singing hinny in the northeast. And that's a very similar recipe to Welsh cakes. And whether it's a singing hinny, whether it's a Welsh cake, whatever, it's absolutely delicious. And that again was so simple to make. And each one of these, 7 pence. It's quite reasonable. So there it is, yet again, a very, very simple recipe for Welsh cakes. Do hope you give them a go. Takes nothing, took about, 5 minutes to put them together and cook them, and then a few minutes in the pan, and they're absolutely delicious. And as I say, the whole recipe for a dozen of these, 87 pence. So can I say, if you've enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more very simple recipes like this in the future, then please do consider subscribing to the channel. Many more recipes to come. Let me think what we've got next week. I'm undecided. It's either potato wedges with garlic sauce or it's a peach cobbler. We'll see how the weather goes. If it's nice weather, it'll be the peach cobbler. But for this episode, that is indeed it. And I thank you very much for watching as always. If you would like to see more videos of this nature, please do consider subscribing to the channel. And until next time, I'm going to finish off the rest of these beautiful little Welsh cakes.